Hi.
Hi, I'm Michael, the CTO and CFO.
Hi, I'm Pearson, the CEO and CMO.
Hi, I'm Moises, the CEO. And we are A Towel.
Alright, just a quick question. How many of y'all, when you go into a hotel, you walk in the hotel and you see some towels and they're like dirty? Just show of hands. Or you just bring your own towel, right? I don't like doing that. It's gross. So I don't really trust hotels with their towels. And that's why we created Wow Towel. It all starts back in 2020 when we're at the peak of the pandemic with COVID and we're going back to school. And for football, we had to wipe down every piece of equipment we had with towels. So we had them all in a big bucket, right? And they were all like really just clumped up together. I didn't know how clean these things really were. And I was thinking to myself, how could we, wash these towels more effectively, strip down the bacteria in a more effective manner? That's how we came up with Wow Towel. As you can see, if you walk over here, using UV lights, it's going to strip down the bacteria from the towel. You hang it, close it, forget it. 15 minutes later, you got a brand new clean towel. And that's how it works.
So who are our customers? We're planning to give a product to places that use a lot of towels, like hotels, gyms, restaurants, spas, and barbershops. And you never really know what you could get with the hotels. You might need a black light to make sure that everything's safe, gyms, restaurants, spas, and barbershops too. All right, and we're planning to start off with spas and barbershops just because they don't use as much towels as gyms, restaurants, and hotels. As I stated before, we'll start off with barbershops and spas in our area, then we'll gradually move up to hotels and restaurants, and then we'll move from Denton to all over Texas. This is our market size. That's in Denton, spas and barbershops, 126, spas and barbershops in Texas, and then it just keeps going, and eventually we'll hit all these places, restaurants, hotels, at 64,800.
So why use Wow Towel? Just because washing machines are just so used all across America. Basically every family has one. But like with these big industries, right? Let's say spas and barbershops, they can tend to be really busy, right? So with Wow Towel, it's time efficient, right? 10 minutes, it's clean and dry, right? It's sustainable too, especially with washing machines. They tend, especially the big industrial size ones, you can use a lot of water, a lot of electricity, and the bill can add up over time. So with Wow Towel, they can save up to $4 every wash and up to 72 cents every dry. So it's a great alternative.
So how do you know our product works? We called hotels, restaurants, spas just to make sure they'll be interested. Then we called manufacturers like Olympia Lighting just to make sure they could make it. And after that, we made a social media page to increase our brand awareness and brand recognition.
So you might be asking, how exactly does UV light disinfect and kill the bacteria? So what happens is, some of these pictures give demonstration. The UV light hits the bacteria. And what happens is that UV light damages the DNA of the bacteria, which then leads the bacteria to not be able to infect and reproduce. And that's how it stops from multiplying. And some people might question, is this safe? Is UV light safe to have around my customers, around people? And because there's different types of UV light. The far UV state is the type that we'll be using to ensure that the UV light doesn't affect our customers.
The response from our interviews that we did when we called hotels and spas was that places like spas and barbershops, they use like 3 to 5 towels per person at the spas on average, and 75 customers per day. And with the washing machine, it's 30 minutes to wash and 45 minutes to dry. And that's a lot of time, so that's why we came up with Wow Towel, a cleaner and a more efficient way to clean your towels, and it can hold up. That's just our prototype, but we're planning on making it a little bit bigger for like 3 to 5 towels per person. The responses from our social media, of course, we got brand recognition and brand awareness, and people are seeing our page.
So like I said before, when it started off with barbershops, and spas, right? Just because they're they use less towels than hotels. And in this case right here, it's for 1 towel, but the ones we'll be selling to spas and barbershops will hold 10 towels. With that, they'll be able to use the towels that are being used. They'll be able to clean it and then use it again. And then hopefully we'll move up to gyms, and then from there go up to hotels and restaurants because they use a lot more. We'll reach these people with mainly through email, and then with the spas around the area, we'll make sure to use our social media, make them see how our product works, why it's better. Let them know that UV light really does a really good job in disinfecting, killing all the bacteria off the towels. It costs less, more sustainable, especially now a lot of people are more concerned with the environment. Letting them know that this uses less energy than your typical washing machine. A lot of people might think that this is a really good alternative for them. We figured from manufacturing to delivery, shipping, it could cost around $432, and we're selling it for $600.
So our ask is 25K for 25%, and that might sound like a lot, but we need our startup money, make sure we don't go into debt at first, and we can actually gain traction and move on from there. Thank you. Any questions?
I have a question. So, while it disinfects, sterilizes the towel, it doesn't actually clean out stains, right?
Correct. Yeah, so with these, let's say spas, it's like damp, right? It's sometimes like when we're wiping down your body, or maybe just use it just like clean something really quick, right? With that, it just strips all the bacteria, right? So once it's done, like we said before, hang it, close it, and forget it, and it'll be clean in 10 minutes, so.
So as long as it's just really been used and not really soiled too much,
Correct.
good alternative.
Can you put wet towel, like will it dry, a wet towel?
So with Wow Towel, isn't really meant for like soaking wet towels, right? It's more for like damp towels, so that if you were to put a soaking wet towel, it just wouldn't dry properly. So it's more for damp towels.
That's it.
Questions?
Any more questions?
Are you guys planning on building the units yourself?
No, we called Olympia Lighting to make sure that they would do it. They're the manufacturers.
Any questions?
All right.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for your time.
Good job.